Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy Wednesday, everybody. We're back.
We're back.
Guess how many movie reviews we have for you? Guess.
Did you guess two?
You're right. You're right. This is like Dora here.
Yes.
We did see 2 movies. Tell them the first one we saw.
Honestly, you won't even guess it. Because why did we go see this? It was horrible.
You would never guess it, guys.
Worst movie of the year.
Boo. For real.
The Smurfs movie.
I'm sorry, Rihanna. Personal apologies to Rihanna.
Actually, though, okay, so I said, yeah, like, why would we go see this? I think Rihanna was a big reason.
100%.
We were like, okay, like, maybe it'll be good because she's in it.
Wait, we do have to preface. The reason that we went and saw Smurfs is because Garrett was busy. Yeah. And so he wanted us to see a movie, like, that he didn't want to see. Yeah. Because we're A-listers. Like, we go see all the movies.
Listen, like, we just didn't want to...
We also can't miss out on his experience. You know, we need his experience for our experience.
It. So we're like, okay, yeah, we'll pick one.
Yeah.
Because we still want to go see one. And this was like one of the only ones that he's like, I don't really want to see it. And we're like, okay. Horrible. Literally worst movie.
Horrible.
Okay, see, I had a little bit of faith because, you know, it's a kids movie. Sometimes kids movies are good. Like we saw Leo earlier this year. Good.
Yeah. Honestly, I love all most kids movies up until the Smurf movie.
Yeah, this one, I don't even know.
Unfortunately, I just feel like the plot wasn't even there. And I also want to confirm to you, Savannah, that my mom is like one of the biggest Smurf fans.
Yeah. From
the beginning. And I asked her, does, what's his name, Gargamel have a brother that you remember? And she was like, no, not that I remember. And I was like, I knew they made him up.
They just made him up.
Because there was no plot to the movie, unfortunately. No hate to the writers, the plot... invisible.
Yeah. And then the
animation, I'm sorry.
Very, very low quality. Like, I feel like they could have done a lot better with this. Yeah. Like, they were just like... They spent all the money on Rihanna, if we're being honest.
Yeah. For the sound... Now, I do think they spent money on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
That, honestly, the soundtrack was fire. But I will say that I was very disappointed to walk in there. And me thinking that Rihanna is the main character of the movie, and then come to find out with the first word out of his mouth, it's James Corden is the main character of the movie. I almost got up and walked out right there.
Listen, we did not know.
We did not
We didn't really do our research on that.
Had no idea. I heard the voice. Oh, I got triggered.
I know. I was like, wait. We looked at each other. We were like, is that who we think it is? Like, what?
And it was. And then, you know, whatever. We were like, you know what? We'll give it a shot. Maybe it'll get better. It was a short movie. Only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then it's like an hour and 10 minutes into the movie. And the movie is empty. There's like us and 2 other people in the movie theater the whole time. Up until an hour and 10 minutes in the movie. When 3 girls come in with only 20 minutes left of this movie and sat directly beside me and Savannah.
It was so weird. And they act like we like had cooties or something because they were like scooched over as far as they could.
As if we sat beside them.
It was weird.
It was weird because...
we were like, why are you here? There's other seats open.
There were rows open. There weren't just seats open. There were rows upon rows that were empty.
It was crazy.
We never figured it out.
No.
But that just made the experience of the Smurf movie like 10 times worse. We were like, okay. Not only were we not having a good time watching it, but then we were physically not having a good time.
Right.
Because it's always scary. Even though they were little girls, I was still scared of them.
Yeah. No, they were definitely younger than us.
Yeah.
But it was... oh my gosh. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that to say, do not waste your time.
Or money. Like, if you're an A-lister, maybe, I guess. But, like, if you're really bored and need some AC.
I don't know. Go to another movie.
Unfortunately, that's facts. I did rate the Smurf movie the lowest I've ever rated a movie on Letterboxd, which was a 1 star. I do apologize to the people working on the Smurf movie, for real. I didn't mean to hate it that bad. I didn't want to, but I had to.
Yeah.
But then we did make up for it. We did go see I Know What You Did Last Summer. Mm-hmm. It was significantly better than Smurfs.
That was good.
I liked it. It wasn't great, for sure. But, like, knew that going in, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like a parody horror, you know? Like, it's never going to be like, God, that was amazing. Mm-hmm. But it was a vibe. And I love the vibe.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely.
And excited for part 2.
Oh, true. I know. Because at the end...
they set it up.
Listen. I mean, that's not really a spoiler. They just set it up. Like, that's all.
They set it up.
You know.
That's all I'm telling. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Hands up.
Hands up.
Crazy, but yeah. That's
anyway,
it. Movie. Other reviews to come.
Yeah.
We got a long list of movies we got to see. Still, and I guess it's just ever growing at this point. So
I know. 'Cause
love that.
Until, yeah, we need to see some of the ones that like the are gonna go out of theater soon because
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do.
we got the Superman still and
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. We're gonna have to see Superman before we see Fantastic Four because that's gonna
Yeah, 'cause
fly
that
out
one-
of the theater.
I know.
Yeah.
Next though.
We
Okay.
have so much to do, guys. How are we gonna find the time? But if you don't mind, please go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Please.
But here we are once again, getting into the tarot of the week. And this time, I'm hoping it's going to go a little differently for us because before we even started recording, I set my intentions into these cards pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll see if it makes a
that'll
difference.
help. Maybe it'll help.
Now it's
I
time
have faith.
for some ASMR. Okay, I'm getting way better at doing that, I must say. Oh, these cards are huge. Also,
They are. Okay.
that one was worse, but it's okay. Okay, let's see. We have the world right side up.
The world.
Yeah, this is a really, really cool card. Here it is if you're watching the video. It's beautiful, and it's right side up just like Savannah likes.
Yeah. Okay, so the world has an astrological correspondence of Saturn, and the world is the final destination of your journey. You have a deeper understanding of your role in the universe, and all of your efforts have come full circle. So upright, the world means completion, satisfaction, travel, fulfillment.
Okay, whoa. Whoa, hold on.
I am...
No, that's weird.
I'm loving that one.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
I have a good feeling about that.
Yeah.
You know?
I told you I felt it something different today. I gotta do that. I'm gonna start doing that every time, guys.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. That's crazy.
I know.
Love that. That's my, like, maybe that's might be my favorite tarot reading that we've done.
I know, yeah. See, that was definitely a sign for us, so let us know if it was a sign
Yeah.
for you too. Because,
Yeah.
you know, if you know, you know.
If
Like,
you
it
know,
just,
you know.
sometimes it just resonates.
Yeah. Like they say, you know, you gotta
Just
take
like they
what
say.
resonates, leave what doesn't.
Exactly.
That's what the tarot cards.
So,
I mean, not the tarot cards. That's what the tarot readers say.
yes, that's what they say every time. So.
Yes. Well, if you want to get into your story, Savannah.
Yes, let's do it. So, this week I'm going to be talking about someone from the Old West.
Yeehaw.
We love an Old
okay.
West story.
That's yeehaw vibes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Just make sure.
So honestly, like, do you ever just have, you know, just sometimes I like daydream about being in the Old West. Do you ever
Okay,
have
fun
that
fact
vibe?
about me, no. No. I actually
I don't know.
I have like a, like, I don't know why. It's got to be some past trauma, but I'm like
Okay.
triggered by the Old West. Not by the
You
story.
actually were in the Old West in a past life.
Maybe that's
and
what
you're
it
like,
is.
it was horrible.
Yeah. No, actually, I can think of some reasons, but they can't be said
Because
out
if I'm
loud.
being
But like,
so real, it probably was horrible. Like,
especially for women.
well, yes, that, and also like the amount of dirt and like just
Yeah.
horses everywhere.
And I feel like everybody, like cowboys coming in, and they'd be like, pop, pop, pop,
yeah,
pop.
and guns and
Yeah.
okay. Well, anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna be talking about Belle Starr.
Oh, okay, that's a fire name.
I know, and it's not even like a stage name or anything. Like that was her name.
Well, fire.
Yeah.
She can say she's a star,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah. It was like her married name, so we'll get into it, but it's Starr with 2 R's. So it's like it's a real
I love that.
Yeah. So she was a woman bandit of the Old West.
Period.
But we'll go back
Girl
to
power.
her beginnings. She was born on February 5th of 1848. And her name is, like, her full name is Myra Maybelle Shirley.
That's pretty.
Yes.
I like it.
And she was born in Jasper County, Missouri. And she was born to her father, John Shirley, and his third wife, Eliza Pennington Hatfield. And a side note that I might need to get into sometime, I don't know, the Hatfield family, they feuded with this other family, the McCoys. So
Ooh.
I guess that was a whole thing.
Ooh.
So Eliza, like, her family was just like feuding with another family.
That's tea.
T. So anyway, Myra, aka Belle, because
Right. How did we get to Belle?
she went by her middle name because it's Myra Maybelle, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
Belle.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess a lot of people used to go by their middle name. People still do.
If I went by my middle name, my name would be Lee.
Yeah,
that does not work.
Mine would be Angel. It's Angeline.
Angel's way better than Lee. As a first name.
Anyway, so she grew up with 4 brothers. And I think she had a sister too, but they mainly in the stories I see talk about her brothers.
I said leave out the other woman.
Mm-hmm.
One woman's enough. No, I'm kidding, guys.
And she started to go by Belle, and she grew up in a life of like privilege. Mm-hmm. Semi-privilege, I guess. Like not super super rich, but like rich compared to like everybody else. Mm-hmm. So they used to have they had a farm for a while. But then they moved to Carthage, Missouri, and sold their farm and actually opened up a hotel/tavern, and also opened a blacksmith shop, and basically their family businesses took up the whole block.
Okay, that sounds like what I want.
Right. So they were kind of rich. And Belle, she always had like people around her too. Like she was super popular, and she was even like smart in school too. So she was just like
triple threat.
Rich, pretty, and smart. And popular. So 4.
Quadruple threat.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, as I said before, she had 4 brothers. Her older brother, Bud, they were like super close. And he actually taught her how to shoot a gun.
Okay, period.
Because listen, this is the Old West. Like people be shooting guns.
No, she has to know how to protect herself for real back in the Old West.
Yes, and because like I said, like people could just get away with stuff, so everybody had to be able to shoot a gun.
100%.
Yeah, and she even played piano.
Okay,
she did all the stuff. So that's just a little background on her. And
she really is a star.
Literally.
Meant to be.
Yeah. When she was 13, that's when the Civil War started.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's not a good time to be a teenager.
Not a good time, and also not a good time to live in the city that they lived in, because Carthage, Missouri actually was like a center point for a lot of battles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's bad.
Yes.
That's bad.
So obviously being in such like a heavy like war area, everyone was like forced to choose sides and stuff. Mm-hmm. Her family, I believe, was Confederate, but mm-hmm. You know, we're gonna slide past that.
Yeah.
You know, armies were taking over the town and like ruining businesses and stuff, and her brother Bud became a bushwhacker. Which, do you know what that is?
I mean, sounds like he's gonna cut down some bushes.
He actually is cutting down people in the bushes. So he would
in the bushes.
He would be hiding in bushes and wait for people to come along so he can shoot them.
Wait. That's his job?
That's what I guess there was like a group of people who would do that. Like people who would hide in bushes, cuz like cuz the town was getting so full of these people coming in like from the war either side.
Yeah.
And
just like shoot anybody?
Cuz they're like, "Well, you guys are like ruining the town. It's just like war everywhere." So he was literally just
Okay. Wow. That you learn something new every day. That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, he was one of those people, and it's rumored that Belle spied on troops and would tell her brother like stuff so then he could like get some of these troops.
Yeah, get them.
I guess.
No, that's crazy. That's fun though. A little spy action, like Harriet the Spy. That's what I wanted to be when I was 13.
Right. And unfortunately, because of what he was doing, kind of getting involved in this war, Bud was killed in 1864.
Mm-mm-mm.
And Belle vowed to get revenge for his death.
T.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Dun 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 is right.
So after this happened, it was kind of getting too much for the whole family. They ended up moving to Texas to get away from the violence. Because I guess they were moving to an area that was less like part of the war.
Yeah, definitely.
And Belle was enrolled in the one-room schoolhouse in the area, as you do,
Mm-hmm.
and she was 16. And she actually like didn't really go to school that much because she's like, this is boring. I already
Yeah.
learned a lot of this at my old school in Carthage. Like, why am I here? So she just like stopped kind of going, and she actually just started hanging out with bank robbers and criminals.
And that's
That
exactly
were
why they tell you those stories. It's
I
like they're
know.
like, don't drop out of school.
Yes.
You'll get in with the wrong crowd.
Literally, she did. She did.
Literally.
And they were like semi around her age, like not
Mm-hmm.
too old, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah, she started hanging out with all these bad kids. And she actually there's a quote that a quote from her. I am a friend to any brave and gallant outlaw.
Okay. Girl
So
power.
yeah, she's friends to all the outlaws. Um and while she was like hanging out with all these criminals and stuff, she actually reconnected with a boy from back home in Missouri. Um, he was down in Texas too. So his name was John Reed, and he actually went by Jim because I guess you do. I don't know, Jim Reed.
That's confusing to me because I have an Uncle John and my dad's name is James, but my dad goes by Jim.
See,
Make it make sense? It doesn't.
they all like just interchange all these
Yeah.
names, and it's
Yeah.
like okay, whatever. So yeah, his name is Jim/John Reed.
Love
I
it.
guess we're gonna go by Jim.
Jim. Yeah.
So he was a bad boy. He
Oh.
did rob some banks in his day.
Ooh.
And she kind of fell for him, and they got together, and they got married in November of 1866. She was 18 and he was 20.
Okay. Honestly, for the time, I'm
Yeah,
giving
not
them
terrible.
applause.
Not
Like,
terrible.
it's not horrible.
Soon after, they had a daughter, Rosie Lee Reed.
Her middle name is Lee.
Yes, but they nicknamed
Crazies.
her Pearl.
Okay. That's random. These names, they be coming out of nowhere.
They really do. So they called her Pearl. And so Jim, he wanted to like clean up his act because he's like, listen, I have a family now. Like, I'll start being a good person. But this actually didn't really last that long. He's like, because then they realized they didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So he's like, listen, I'll just go rob a bank. So
Perfect.
he did. He did. And he got the cash for his family. And then he fell back into crime.
Relapsed himself on the crime.
Literally. So Jim, he also then started spending more time at the horse racing track.
Okay.
Because gambling.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, was he riding the horses or gambling?
Yeah. And he met a man named Tom Starr there.
I recognize that name.
And Tom Starr was half Cherokee. He made his money selling whiskey in the Cherokee territory, which is a federal crime at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, love that.
He's also a bad boy.
Yes. And yes, so Tom, he did this with his sons, and Jim joined them. So, he got
He did it.
mixed
It's a
into it,
family
too.
business.
He got mixed into it too. And during this time also, Jim's brother Scott was killed, murdered.
Oh my god.
And of course Jim, he vowed to avenge his brother and hunt down the killer. Okay. So sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah.
This is happening kind of a lot in the story.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So after this, this kind of goes all over the place. Jim and Belle, they escape to California this time. All right. They go to California, and then they actually have another child, James Edward, Eddie.
So Jim he had a James. That's very interesting.
Yes. And because his name is John. So,
Yeah, no, I know.
yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying my dad's name is James, but he goes by Jim.
Right.
Make it make sense, guys.
So at this point, they have 2 children, and they're, you know, trying to get his brother's killer, and they're doing all this stuff. Um, and then they ended up settling down on a farm because they're like, okay, like we have a family, we need to stay somewhere.
Good choice.
But Jim wasn't really a farmer, so he would have his criminal friends come and gather there and talk about their crimes.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then Jim and his friends, they ended up hearing about somebody who had $4,000. They're like, listen, we want that $4,000.
Of course.
So they ended up going and robbing them, and ended up killing the guy. I don't know if it was on purpose. Like, I think it was just like part of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, it just happened.
Yeah.
And this is how Jim ended up with a wanted poster.
Oh.
So
was there a reward on there?
He was wanted. The reward was $500.
Oh, that's not a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So obviously they had to move again.
Of course, obviously.
Belle actually took the kids and went to Belle's parents, and they. I'm getting lost in my story here.
She's lost in the Old West times over there.
Oh. No, they didn't go to her parents. They went to her parents later. We're stepping back. Okay, sorry. They went into Cherokee territory where the authorities could not follow them.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Jim and 2 accomplices, in parentheses, one of them may be Belle dressed as a man. We don't know for sure.
Oh my god. I hope it is.
But people say that it could be her. They went to a judge's house to rob them.
How would they go to a judge's house? They can't rob somebody else?
I don't know. But he had $30,000.
Oh.
So they're like, we need to go get the $30,000.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they do.
And they actually, this guy and his wife, they took them both out of the house and hung them up in a tree for hours to see, like, to ask them, like, where's the money? And, like, hung them there until they said.
Yeah. Where it was? That's
crazy. And then they got the $30,000.
That's insane. That's actually so they were, like, really wild.
They were like so rich after this.
They had a hostage situation going up in the tree for some $30K. That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, back then, how much do you think $30K?
That's a lot, that's probably. A lot more. Probably like $150, I'm guessing.
Yes. So after all of this, they got a warrant out for their arrest. You know. Yep. As you do.
Of course. You're doing the judge, guys. That's what I was saying.
And listen, Jim Reed, his outlaw ways caught up with him, unfortunately.
As it normally does.
On August 6th of 1874, he was shot in the back and died.
He doesn't even know who did it. Oh, that's really tea for him.
After this, Belle, she was now a widow with 2 children, and this is when she goes back to her family farm with her parents.
Okay. Yeah, that does track.
Yes. So that was 1874, and 2 years later, in 1876, her father died.
Belle's really going through it.
I know, and especially since he was obviously the patriarch of the family, so without him,
they're all screwed.
They can't really live there anymore, so they had to move again.
Oh my god.
To then they go back to Texas, to Dallas. So, if you're following all of this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm there. I'm buckled right in.
So, after all of this, Belle meets up with Sam Starr.
Oh, who's Sam Starr? That's not Tom Starr.
Yeah, this is the son of Tom Starr.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and on June 5th of 1880, Belle actually married Sam Starr.
Okay, so that makes me so happy that Belle didn't marry her ex-husband, not ex-husband.
Her.
What's it called?
I don't know. Her deceased husband? I don't even know.
Late husband. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
Her late husband's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's,
It was
yay.
the
That's cute.
son of her friend's.
No, it's okay. That's better. That's better.
The son of her husband's
Maybe.
friend. At the time, Sam was 23 and she was 32.
Okay. I'm immediately like backtracking what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that happened.
It was a different time though, but like that's a big yikes.
So, okay. So, Sam Starr, he is also part Cherokee, right? So he has like the right to live on the Cherokee land.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they did, obviously, because they're outlaws and they have to.
Mm-hmm. They have no choice.
So they moved to Cherokee Nation territory, and the law basically, I mean, I kind of already went through it, but the law was enforced over state law. So basically, like Cherokee land, like they can't enforce, like, I guess, United States laws on there.
Yeah, they have their own rules.
Yeah. So you could hide very easily there and couldn't be caught. And living on this land, Belle and Sam, they would take in any outlaws that needed a place to lay low. So they were basically like a safe haven.
Yeah, that's cool.
They were very well known in the outlaw community, which is really crazy to say. And former associates of her husband who had died, Jim Reed, they found out where she was and they started showing up too. She even they would be housed in these caves nearby, and they actually built cabins for people to stay in too.
In the caves?
Like right by them, I guess. I don't know.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They have a whole community.
All of this is happening, you know. But you know, Belle, her and her husband, they're still like out doing their criminal ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the scheme that they cooked up that they would do a lot. They would ride into town on their horses. Belle would be sitting side saddle because she's a rich girl, okay? She knows how to ride side saddle and she's like fancy about it.
Of course.
So she would go in like that and flirt with all the men in town.
As she should.
And while she's doing this, her husband and his crew would be robbing all of the men.
I love it. I love stories like that.
Yes. And then she would, you know, suddenly speed off on her horse, and the men would realize that they were robbed.
Yep. Haha.
And she started to be known as the Bandit Queen.
Bandit Queen. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they did this for years, but then one day, in 1882, Belle and her husband were actually found guilty
Yikes.
of their crimes and sent to jail for how long you think?
For what, like robbing people?
Yeah.
5 years?
1 year.
Okay, that's good. I mean, yeah.
They were sent to jail for 1 year, and they actually got released after 9 months.
Wow.
On good behavior.
Good behavior, yeah.
But you know what they did immediately when they got out?
Let's go rob a bank. They had a year to plan it.
They immediately started being criminals again.
Yeah, they had so much time.
So she was actually arrested a few more times after that, but never convicted. So she only went to prison the one time.
Okay, Belle.
And after all this is happening, unfortunately, there was a gunfight that broke out, and Sam was killed in the gunfight.
No, she lost both of her husbands.
Yeah. See, but that's not her last husband.
Oh. You had me gagged at that.
She actually married Sam's brother.
Okay. No.
But his name, I actually love this guy's name the best. Jim July.
There is no way that man's name is Jim July.
It is. Yeah, so she married Jim July after her second husband died.
Nah, Belle, you're crazy for that one. Yeah. Marrying your second late husband's brother?
Yeah.
He's rolling in his grave.
Yeah.
Sam is.
Yeah. So after she married him, she's like, okay, like I'm actually done with the outlaw life, okay?
Oh, wow.
So she's like, no more outlaws on my property. Like, we can't be having you guys hide out anymore.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, I guess.
So she's like trying to turn her life around, but unfortunately, this is the end of the line for her, because this is what happened next. On February 3rd of 1889, she was going to the store, just going into town to the store, and she was shot in the back
No.
at age 41.
Stop. What if it was the same person that killed Sam?
I don't know. Might have been. No one knows who killed her.
No.
So it's a mystery. She had a lot of enemies.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, that's lame if you're shooting people in the back in the Old West.
I know.
Guys. I
feel like
thought you
that was
were
a typical thing,
outlaws. Right? Like, I thought they were outlaws. We were like, look at my gun.
I know.
They just wanted to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that could be a lot of people. So they, like, nobody knows.
No.
Ugh. Savannah, why did you do this to me?
Because also, I don't know if I have it written down here, but I remember reading about her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people didn't like her.
I mean, yeah, why would they?
So, because, you know, she stole from a lot of people, all this
yeah.
stuff. But even her family, because listen to this about her daughter. Her daughter really wanted to marry this guy, and so she wanted to get approval from her mom. But she did not approve of him, because she said that anybody that her daughter married had to be worth like a certain amount of money, and he did not have it.
Oh my god. No, that's
crazy. Which, like,
crazy.
okay, I do semi get it back in this day, because, you know, you're setting your daughter up for a good life.
She doesn't
like,
have money.
because it all depends on what your husband has, you know.
For sure. But she's a bank robber.
I know, but she's like, I don't want you to be a bank robber.
Okay, maybe she's in love.
She is.
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I see it from her point of view, but also, like, I'm like, girl,
yeah,
I'm not seeing it from your point of view.
Because it even does get a little bit worse too, because she told her daughter, like, no, you can't marry this guy, and then she ends up getting pregnant by this guy. Like, her daughter gets pregnant, and she's like, okay, literally, you have to get rid of this baby, or just never bring it by me, because I'm never gonna see it.
Bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I was actually on Belle the bank robber's side this whole time, up until now.
Like, I know.
Like, girl, that ain't the move.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been her daughter. Like, you never know.
In fact, I was also thinking it could be any of the outlaws that she was like, get out of my property, after letting them live there for years. Like, they're all outlaws. That's dumb, low-key, to make them leave. Because that's already like a whole group of people against you, you know?
Yeah.
But also, what if it was the same person that killed Sam? Because he was also shot in the back and didn't know. So.
Also, why did I just Googled Belle Starr's daughter just to, you know, look that up. And it's a movie, apparently.
Oh. Wait, Belle Starr's daughter?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, I just actually did not even know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, what's it about?
It's a Western.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that. I mean, I guess it's about Belle Starr's daughter. So we just don't know who murdered her.
No. So yeah, that's the story of Belle Starr. The legend of Belle, because
somebody
she
let me
is
know
a
who
legend.
murdered her.
She's a Western.
No, she's definitely
legend, you know?
That's a
Old West.
Yeah,
so I had to talk about her.
Yeah, no. Listen, honestly, she is an icon. What she did to her daughter, I will never forgive her for that. But beyond that, girl boss. You know, she did her thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I love that story, honestly.
Oh, wait, I think there might be one more thing about her daughter's baby, though, that I forgot.
Oh.
The
one that she had with the man that she didn't like?
Yes. But, okay, what I remember reading before is that Belle, she did actually see the baby at one point, and, like, she was trying to convince Pearl to give it up for adoption.
Bro, come on.
The baby's name, I believe, was Flossie.
No, that is fire. No, that is so fire.
And I think anyway, and Belle ended up getting her like taken away from Pearl, I think.
What? No.
I know, that's what I'm
Wow,
trying
I
to.
already said she was unforgivable, but if she got that baby taken away from her after she already had the
That's what I'm
baby,
saying. Like, was it her daughter? I don't know, or her daughter
you
got
know
somebody
what?
to do it.
We need to maybe watch that movie, Belle Starr's daughter. It might tell us the answer.
Yeah, so Belle Starr sent her daughter to relatives to have her baby, and
Okay.
I thought I had it right there. Never mind.
Wow.
Sorry.
I hope I'm gonna, in my mind and my soul, I'm gonna hope that that's not true because even though it probably is true, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because I
Okay.
think when I was doing this research, I was watching a video about it, and I
Mhm.
think I didn't write it all down.
Mhm.
But
Listen,
anyway,
Belle, I'm taking away your icon status. I'm taking you. You're one star,
she was
Belle.
a half icon. Like, I do get her. Like, I
I'll
kind of
actually
get
say
it,
she was
but
like an icon up until her kids.
yeah, like she just shouldn't have been a mom.
No,
Maybe.
no, no, because they were drug around every time they had to move, every time they were robbing
Yeah.
banks. Like up until her being a mother, like
Yeah.
icon.
Yeah.
But then, no.
I think her kids might have
That's
been
wild.
like, I mean, she definitely had them around for a lot of the crime, but then also they were raised by like her family members. Just because,
Yeah.
she had to go to jail that one time. She,
There's that.
so,
Mm.
yeah. So at least they didn't have the full influence of,
Yeah, I
I don't
guess.
know.
Yikes. Big yikes. That's a.
But anyway,
Well,
that's that. And I don't know. I just wanted to talk about the Old West.
no, I get that. That was
It's just
fun.
a vibe. It's a
No, it
vibe.
is. It absolutely is. There's no way possible for me to move on.
Okay.
There's no good,
This is
no good transition. No, this is abrupt, very abrupt. But I guess one connection that our stories do have is that you had a mystery, and I also have a mystery for you. So
okay.
I have
Let's get
for
into
you the mystery of the Nazca Lines.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. So yeah, this week's story, it actually is inspired partially by my dad. He loves watching the History Channel late at night,
Oh.
and as
Yeah.
dads do,
Yeah. It's
and
typical.
me. But we were watching it a couple nights ago, and this episode came on about the Nazca Lines, which I had heard of like once or twice before, but I actually had no clue like what they were, and it really drew me in, and I knew I had to cover the story because, honey, this one's crazy. No,
Yeah.
this one is really crazy. So
Okay.
buckle up, let's get right on into it. The Nazca Lines are the most famous geoglyphs on Earth. Da-da-da.
Geoglyphs.
We'll get into what a geoglyph is. Don't you worry.
Good.
They were discovered in the Nazca Desert on a plateau that stretches about 80 kilometers between the cities of Nazca and Palpa in southern Peru.
Okay.
So they're on this like plateau stretch of desert, okay?
Right.
There are more than 13,000 lines drawn in the sand that make up over 800 designs. That's what the Nazca Lines are. Essentially, big pictures on the ground in the desert sand in Peru.
Okay.
And if you're not able to look up a picture right now or go to our Instagram or YouTube, these lines are kind of similar to our modern day crop circles. Kind of similar, like how they just appear and they're like pictures imprinted into the ground, and you can see them from an aerial view. Because they're like big.
But the way you're saying it's sand, and sand moves.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Okay.
So, yeah, so these lines, they make up different outlines of things. There's animals, shapes, plants, things like this. And these are what's known as geoglyphs. The literal pictures on the land is a geoglyph. So, here's what's really crazy. These geoglyphs are dated back to be from between 300 BC to 500 AD. Thousands of years.
Okay.
Thousands of years.
That's insane.
And so, yeah, they're are so within like the 13,000 lines, there are about 800 that are just lines, like just regular straight lines. There are 300 geometric figures, like shapes, and then 70 animal and plant designs. So there's a lot going on because that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah. And now I'm sure you're wondering, like, how are these lines made in the sand, just like you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I was
Yeah.
surely wondering. So it is sand, it is a desert, but in the desert, the specific one, there are stones, like on
Okay.
the ground. It's sand and stone, and just there's just things in the desert out there.
Yeah.
But the lines are drawn in the sand, but they're also created by moving the stones, specifically the stones that contain iron oxide, from the surface of the desert. So when they pick up and move the stones, it creates like a
Okay.
outline because of
Right.
the different colors in sand, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, and like earth.
Okay.
Because like yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some of the lines are created like that. It kind of leaves a contrast of like lighter gravelish sand. It's like
Right.
rocky sand. It's not
Right.
like beach sand.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But that's only some of the lines. Some of the lines were deeper, and they were actually not just like created from removing the stones. They were actually dug into the land, and then also the stones were moved. And then some of them, they literally removed entire portions of land. Like for one of them, they removed part of a top of a hill to create it.
Okay.
So it kind of differs. Sometimes it's just like you move a rock to create it, or sometimes you're out there digging lines.
Well, okay. Why did it have to be in that specific spot though? Like, why do you have to be doing that much extra work?
Right. Back then. Right. Keep these questions in your head. And remember that I did say this is a mystery, so we don't have a lot of answers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But the Nazca Plain, especially where this plateau is actually not windy at all. And the climate is very stable. So that's kind of how it's been able to be protected over all these years. Obviously, they are still there, if you're wondering. The lines are there today.
Yeah.
So that's insane. But the $1 million question, of course, if these lines were made in 300 BCE, how, who, where, what, when, where,
right,
why?
like, okay.
Like,
so okay. So it's in the sand, but it goes like deep down, like the coloring goes deep
picture.
down, is what we're saying. Because like,
so like
if it's
everyone is
that
different.
old, then like obviously over time it would erode away unless the sand below it is just like all.
So mostly the ones like with the stones,
Yeah.
those are like the straight lines. But somehow, some way, they're still there. And you just gotta think like weather doesn't really happen here. There's no really wind at all. So like nothing is really changing in the environment for them to change. But like this one is a really famous one that I'll get into. And it still looks like that today.
Okay.
Like this is an older picture of it with just a worse camera. But this is like aerial Google view of it. So that's very deep. But do you see how big that is?
Yeah.
That's huge. It's literally humongous. Yeah. But
yeah, literally how, why, because like
right.
where are you, like how are you,
what tools do they
you don't
even
have like a helicopter, a plane, a drone to see it in the above, like where are you looking at it?
That's literally the most important thing. The most important question.
Like
they don't have aerial view back in the day. So how did they make them?
Yeah, what are they climbing on to see it? Or not?
We don't know.
Like I do understand.
And also,
like, okay,
who is they? We don't know who made them.
True.
we don't know.
But I'm like, I would understand, like maybe some group of people made it and they're like, oh, so the gods can see it or whatever. That's what I could, rationalize from what I know. But it's like, yeah, how would you see it to make sure it looks right?
All great questions. All great questions in which all of them will be addressed.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Period. So obviously, since this all happened so long ago when this was created, this information is very hard to come by, and scientists have to work with exactly what they have. Very little, unfortunately. But what we do know, at least what we can safely assume, is that these lines were made in two stages, two different time periods. Specifically
Okay.
the geometric designs and the like animal shape plant designs
Right.
were made in two different ways. And since scientists have been able to go out there, it's they did try to carbon date it.
Uh-huh.
Didn't work.
Okay.
Which I'm like, okay, that's really the only way we know how to date things, and that's pretty like up there technology. And if that didn't work, it is just guesstimated that they were created in 300 BC to 500 AD, but we're not actually 100% positive. It could be
Yeah.
older, could be a little younger, but it's definitely at least that old. So that's already another thing, just another weird question that we don't really,
Right.
we haven't been able to date it fully
Uh-huh.
back. So, that just adds to the list of questions. But just to be very, very clear, every single one of the lines are very complex. Even if it's just a simple line, it's long. It's not just like, let me just draw like a foot in the sand. It's like hundreds and hundreds of feet, at least,
Right.
bare minimum. So, yeah, there are some that are way more complex than others. It's actually been argued that the geometric shaped lines and then the the animal and human and plant lines were created by two different civilizations, two completely different people. So maybe but that's again
Okay.
just kind of a guess. But I do think it makes sense, especially like if you look at all the pictures, like
Yeah.
some obviously one is way more advanced than others.
Okay.
Like the lines and there's like a square, a diamond,
Is the like
compared to
carbon
the monkey.
is the dating of them in the same time period or are they different?
So, even though we couldn't get specific dates on anything because the carbon dating didn't really work, they
Okay.
were able to tell that the animal and plant designs were a little younger than the geometric.
Okay.
So not by very much, but by some.
Maybe what if they just got better at it and it is the same people?
That's a wonderful question. Or what if the first one is like generation one?
That's what yeah.
And then it's just like,
Yeah.
I taught my grandson how to make these lines and now he's out there drawing the monkey.
And he's doing it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's probably what it is. Because they weren't
Could
like
be.
two drastically different timelines.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But obviously since the lines are so old, there is a ton of ancient beliefs and folklore coming from oral traditions from back then, specifically from the Inca tribe.
Okay.
And so the Inca people seem, at least what historians can gather, they seem to think that the lines were first created by their god Viracocha,
Okay.
their mythological creator of the world.
Right.
And this hypothesis that, maybe these lines were created by some god was studied by zoologist Toni Morrison along with his partner Gerald Hawkins in their 1978 book, Pathway to the Gods.
Okay.
And in this, they believe their answer is correct. Obviously, everybody that I'm going to talk about believes that their answer is correct. But they think their thought on this is that the Inca people or whoever else made these lines or their god, they don't know if the Inca people made it for their god or if their god made it for the people, but like, whichever way.
Mm-hmm.
But they were making them so that the gods, the Viracocha, could return back from heaven, that this could be like a pathway, and that they could follow these lines to know where to go when they came back. So kind of like you were saying earlier.
See.
Yeah. And funny enough, I will discuss one of my favorite Nazca lines. Will you look up the astronaut Nazca Lines?
Oh, okay.
Yes, so this one is my favorite one. It looks like a little person with a very circular head, and he has one arm up in the air as if he's waving, from the moon, if you will. But
oh, okay.
Yeah. So go to our Instagram to see pictures and our YouTube.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I like this.
But here's what's crazy, guys. If these were made in 300 BC, they don't know what astronauts are.
Okay, but in reality, I can see how it looks.
It looks like
a person, right?
Right. What else do you think that could maybe look like, Savannah?
An alien.
Okay, I just had to ask because.
But I don't know. Like, I could definitely see, like, okay, it's just a person.
Right. Also,
But,
we have to make note that they are This is huge. And they are
Yeah.
digging into the earth to create this. So, like, maybe they
Right.
just aren't, like, Vincent van Gogh
But exactly.
making a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does kind of look, it's giving a little alien, giving a little astronaut, but they call it the astronaut. So
Yeah.
but their theory, the people who wrote that book, Pathways to the Gods,
Mhm.
that the astronaut is actually waving to welcome the return of Viracocha, who would be descending from the sky.
Okay.
So
I can see that.
yes, and obviously many other people have studied this theory, and most people have their own ideas. But I will say that some, such as Maria Reike, who was a German archaeologist, she connected that some of the lines, like she did agree that like if like maybe the Inca people did make these lines for their gods,
Yeah.
but she actually discovered and was the first to discover that the lines, the Nazca lines, actually match up pretty well with some constellations.
Oh, what?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the monkey, I showed you the monkey a minute ago. She says that is
Yeah.
the Big Dipper. The
Oh.
dolphin and the spider are correlated to Orion and his belt.
Okay.
And many, many more. Most of them can be connected to constellations. And very, very, very fun fact. Maria studied the Nazca Lines her whole entire life to the point where she is known today as the Lady of the Lines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. And the Lady of the Lines spent 4 decades out there studying them. 40 years. Yep. And the house that she lived in while she was out there studying these lines today is now a museum with all of her research like still up on the walls and stuff. So you can go and
really
visit it
cool.
if you're anywhere near the area in Peru.
This is crazy looking at these.
I know.
Like, how are these? Some of these are really
The spider?
good.
Okay, let me just take a minute right now.
That one's really
the
good.
The spider is, in my eyes, perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah.
How I couldn't do that today with a 3D printer. So how are they out there with a rock or something, like some kind of handmade shovel? I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know. But yeah. And honestly, if I had not heard about this story and like known that it was like a studied fact, if I saw those pictures just on social media, I would think AI made those today. I'm not kidding. I would. But guys, they were here prior to AI. We have the evidence to show it. So they're not AI, which is just crazy. But like the constellation theory, like are these people just drawing these things to like draw the constellation? Like, what's the reason? For fun? Why would it match constellation? Like, it seems way too much work to just be for fun. Like, there has to be a reason, you know?
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe that was just what they did for fun, but I feel like that's not true, you know?
I mean, they didn't have screens.
No, they didn't. You're right. But I'm just saying, if I didn't have a screen, like, I still don't think I'd be out there digging some lines. Maybe. Maybe that's their art, you know? I don't know. But, anywho, I cannot stress enough, like, how huge these lines and their, figures that they make are. And it's actually because of their size that makes the story even crazier than it already is. Some of these lines and the figures that they make, they actually have territorial changes within them. So some of them start at the top of a mountain. Okay. And they'll go through slopes, ravines, gorges. Somehow, some way, they're all still perfectly straight lines. But that is not to say, like, all the drawings are perfect. I mean, you can see. They're definitely not perfect. They're definitely not, like, Vincent van Gogh, like I said. But, like, the lines are straight. And it's very clear what they're trying to make out. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's, I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
Right. And oh my gosh, wait. Can you look up? I think it's called the Nazca Lines fish. Okay. I hope it comes up because.
Also, how many are there? Like, is there a.
Yeah. No. I said it earlier. Hold on.
Oh, you probably did.
Oh, I definitely did. I know there's 70 animals and plants.
That's so many.
There's 800 straight lines, 300 shapes, and 70 animals and plants. There's over 13,000 Nazca lines in total.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, it's really crazy. And if you can't see, that's not even the fish one. See, the problem is when I was just looking through pictures of like a lot of the lines, and I didn't write every single one down. And
None of the.
unfortunately, I exited out. But it's not that
Oh,
one.
none of those
It's
are
a
right. There's
different
there's
one.
different ones. That one or that.
Yeah, no. No, and maybe it's whale. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to depict, but there's one that to me it kind of looked like a fish, but it was like a really bad fish. Listen, I'm not judging them. I could never do this. My fish would be so much worse.
This.
But it made me laugh.
Oh.
No. I don't know what the problem is it was actually so bad that I don't know what they were trying to make out of it. Like it looked like a child was trying to draw. Yes.
It was that one.
Yes.
It doesn't look like a fish.
Mm,
It looks like a
what?
cat. Dog.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a horse now that I'm looking at it again. I don't know. But some of them are just kind of funny looking.
Yes.
Yeah, but they are not always consistent. Like some of them, like the spider looks incredibly like a spider. Meanwhile, like what is that? Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. So yeah. But let me get into another strange part that I haven't addressed yet, Savannah. And this makes things even more convoluted in a way.
Okay.
Honestly, this is the strangest part to me. The Nazca Lines possess very strong magnetic and electric fields.
What?
It's been
How?
proven time and time again by scientists by simply stepping in and out of the lines with an electromagnetic device. And here's the crazy thing. Okay, that seems like the crazy thing. No.
What?
No. The craziest thing is that sand, in and of itself, acts as like a natural electricity isolator.
Mm-hmm.
Like it will stop electricity. So theoretically, since we're in a sandy desert, there shouldn't be electromagnetic things because the sand should stop it.
Right.
But it doesn't here. Not on the Nazca Lines.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's weird somehow, some way in this desert there's no issue. And it just adds more to the mystery because like that makes me believe it is aliens. Which we'll get into that. Just hold.
Okay.
But like I don't know. When it comes to like electricity and magnetic fields, that's when things like start to not make sense for me, like logically, you know? Because like I can't explain that.
Yeah, I mean, I know natural magnetic fields are a thing.
Totally. But the odds of it being there and all this other weird stuff is like, okay, then what's the correlation, you know?
They put magnets in the sand.
Yeah. Wait, what if that's how they made it? Oh, okay. We're figuring it out, guys. We're figuring it out. Okay, so moving on. It's 1941. We fast forwarded a lot in time.
Okay, yeah.
American professor Paul Kosok made a groundbreaking discovery when he found that the lines converged at the sun's setting point on the winter solstice. Now, how he found that out, guys, I have no idea.
How many of them converged?
Like all of them. Like by the way they're like pointing.
What?
And leading. Like they each kind of like lead into, like they're all like, you know, on one plane.
Okay.
So, yeah. And so that has brought out, you know, the study of like, okay, the astronomical like star significance to now, okay, now it's like kind of similar to a calendar because it's showing the winter solstice.
Oh my god.
And like, okay, we have the stars and we have the winter solstice, so they know about like seasons, right? You know? So okay, maybe, possibly that's what it could be for. And this like finding, in 1941 led Johann Reinhardt to find that the lines actually also lead to places that either had water or had good fertility for crops.
What?
So, like, if the line didn't lead to, like, the winter solstice, it could lead to, like, water. Or lead to, like, their garden.
So, yeah, it always points to something.
Something important, right. So, somehow, maybe these lines are kind of running the whole show back in the day. You know, it's kind of like the Nazca Lines were maybe the Incas' people iPhone. You know? Like, we got the calendar. Right. The weather app.
Yeah. It has everything.
It's got all you need. But, okay. Alien time. Okay. Keep it on the video. Alien time. Yeah. You really hit me by calling it out at the beginning. But one of the main things about these lines, like, that are really hard to grasp is the fact that they made all these lines without having an aerial view. Right. It's a plateau. Like, that's crazy. It does not get... It's flat. That's what a plateau means.
I mean, I know you said there was mountains and stuff, but like, how high were they?
Yeah. Oh, like hills, not mountains.
Yeah,
like they were
okay.
baby hills.
Okay.
Baby. So not nearly enough to see.
That's insane.
Not to see what they needed to see, not this.
No.
So the biggest theory I would argue, other than it being just the Inca people and it, you know, being the iPhone of such things, is aliens made the lines. And, you know, I did mention at the beginning, these lines essentially are similar to crop circles that we see today. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, there's that connection, because we don't know how crop circles get there, other than maybe farmers do it in the middle of the night, but for what?
Right.
I've never understood that argument. Like, guys, if you don't know, farmers are busy enough.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, that's just weird. Also, the magnetic energy and the electrical energy, weird. Because where is it coming from? Seriously, like, I need that question answered. Scientists, comments, please. And especially, like, the sand situation. Again, if you know more about that, let me know. But I will say, you know, scientists everywhere have poked holes everywhere they could at the alien theory. Yeah. But, I mean, obviously I had to mention it. Where are we at? Mysteries, myths, and legends. Yes. But, I mean, I will say, like, yeah. I mean, if it was aliens, they for sure have better technology, even back then, than us. Like, if aliens we're going to put on the cap for real, tinfoil hat time. If aliens exist the way we think aliens exist, like, way more technologically advanced than us, even back then. Yeah. Like, if they're what we think they are, for sure they could have came back and put these lines. But, like, what, like, and that could be, like, alien language. You know? Yeah. No. I'm taking the tinfoil hat off. I don't think this is aliens. I don't, actually. Yeah. I do think the magnetic thing situation is weird. But other than that.
But, I mean, there could be just some explanation for that we just haven't found yet. Yeah.
But, like, obviously, people do say, like, aliens will have a UFO. Obviously, you know, they can fly and get the aerial view. So maybe that's how they got it. Or maybe
they work together.
That was the History Channel's theory.
Oh, really?
What I was going to say is that, okay, maybe the Inca people did make these lines physically. Yeah. They were out there. But maybe the aliens were telling them, hey, guys, 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
What if they had a projector? Projecting
they're just doing the outline.
Yeah.
Like maybe it can be all the theories in one, you know? It is their iPhone, and also the aliens are helping them.
Listen, I don't know. It's sounding right to me.
I know. So, as far as any answers as of recently, you know, in the good old year of 2025, the most common thing that I could find was that people do seem to believe that the line's purpose is related to water in some way, shape, or form. Okay. But not how the first scientists actually thought to find water sources, like I said. Instead, as of lately, people are starting to believe that this is actually like a ritual that the Inca people were doing to their gods as an effort to bring rain. Okay. So, like, they are making these lines essentially asking for rain or asking for whatever they need, whatever, to their god. And that this was just the ritual that it was taking for them to ask that of their god. And so maybe people were originally right all along that these lines were truly ways to, like, honor their gods somehow. Which, crazy, we're going back to, you know, original theory. But that's what we got. Unfortunately, that's all we got. But the Nazca Lines today, they are still there. Obviously, as I already said, you can see them. But there are tons of conservation issues, as I'm sure you can imagine. Due to their location, they are extremely difficult to get to, period. Yeah. They're on a plateau in the middle of a desert, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So, go ahead.
I don't know if you already said this. So sorry for interrupting, but listen. Did they live around them back then, or they were in the middle of nowhere back then too?
The thing is, we don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
The problem is, we don't know that part. We don't know.
Because, you just mentioned that they're in the middle of nowhere, hard to get to. I'm like...
I mean,
because I was thinking this whole time that
My assumption, yes, the people are living there back in the day. Not today, though. Not today.
Okay.
That's my assumption. Now, I don't know that for a fact. But,
that's
like,
what I thought, too, but I wasn't...
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway. Sorry. Get
No.
back to it.
No. Yeah, okay. So anyway, back to it. The conservation issues.
Yes.
It's difficult to get to. So I will say the most of the damage that's being done to the lines is not being caused by people. I'll get into it.
Right.
There are a few
Okay.
instances, but mostly it's like, unfortunately, climate change is causing the
Yeah.
weather to change. And
Okay, I
so
see.
the first instance that really something happened was in 2009. The line suffered their first major instance of rain damage, severe
Oh.
rain damage. So it
Okay,
it did
well,
wash out some of the lines.
they're asking for the rain though.
That's facts. What
So,
what
I
more do they want?
mean,
You're
come
right.
on.
You're right. You're so right. But yeah, back in 2009 when this happened, it was like heavy torrential downpour and
Yeah.
caused some of the lines to get permanently messed up.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. But even more unfortunate, in 2014, an environmental group named Greenpeace actually did
Okay.
make their way out there. And they ended up damaging the hummingbird geoglyph for a media stunt. Tomato, boo,
What?
lame. Why are you gonna do the hummingbird one? Why won't you do the square, guys?
Right.
These people they probably spent years on these lines for you to just go for a media stunt.
Is it so it's gone? Or what?
It's messed up. I don't think it's fully gone, but it's messed up. So, like, why would you destroy something like this? That's crazy. It's gonna get destroyed anyway by time.
Yeah.
Like it just irritates me so much. But yeah, truly there are so many questions and so few answers, but the Nazca lines will always interest me. And maybe one day we'll have an update. Like, maybe somebody will be able to find something out. If we come up with more ways to date stuff.
See, stuff
I don't
like
know.
this is crazy because it's like I wish it was passed down through oral tradition better, so it's like we would have known
Yeah,
just
same.
by asking the people,
Same, so bad. Like, so bad. Because, like, what? We don't have nothing like this today.
Yeah.
Like, it's really mind-blowing. You have to, like, there's no choice for you guys. You have to go see the pictures.
Yeah.
Go to the video, go to Instagram, go to Google.
These are crazy.
Look them up. Wait, look up the hummingbird one real quick.
I think I saw it, but let me see.
Oh, true. I wonder if they have it when it was messed up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That is so irritating. Like, why would they? I just actually don't understand. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Why would they do that? Oh, the hummingbird is crazy. That one is humongous. Wow. Wait, what's your favorite one that you've looked at?
Maybe this one or this.
Oh yeah.
The
bird.
Yeah, what?
Like an eagle, maybe? Thunderbird. It's giving Thunderbird.
It's giving Thunderbird. See it?
Oh, I see it. It's giving Thunderbird, but I think that's just another shot of the hummingbird.
Is it just the hummingbird?
Because look at the
again?
mouth. Yeah. No, I think it's hummingbird. And honestly, the hummingbird is one of my favorite too. That or the spider. And don't come for me because yes, I hate spiders, but that spider is fire. Go look it up.
No, it's definitely different though. See?
Oh, true.
This one.
Oh, you're
versus
right.
That one.
No, you're so right.
Maybe they're two
Or
different
wait, is it two?
hummingbirds.
No, wait, is it two? Is it one from one side and one from the other
because
side?
the tail, look at it, has way more.
Oh, you're right, and wings. There's a
The
baby
feet- the
bird
feet
and
are
a
different.
really big bird.
Yeah, so maybe they're both hummingbirds, or I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't have a name on there if you're
Yeah.
curious, but
Is this one real? That one might not be real.
well, that's not like in the Nazca lines.
Yeah.
It's hard because when you look up pictures of this, you'll find like just crop circles and like things like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. But that is the mystery of the Nazca lines. I would love to see them one day.
Literally
I
insane.
really would love, even if it's just like flying over an airplane. That would be so cool.
Well, how else are you gonna see it?
Walk up there.
Yeah.
I mean, just not you
I
wouldn't
wonder
get the
if you'd
aerial
be
view.
able to see. You probably could
Not really.
You can't really see. Yeah, the design.
No.
If you're standing on it.
So how do they make it?
I don't know.
You tell me. Like it doesn't make. There's no answer. I can't even give you a theory. I don't.
Some sort of math. Like they were just doing high tech math back then or something. I don't even know. Because you have to do like angles and like shape, like measure it out. There's math involved.
Yeah.
if you're not.
I'm just looking at this and I'm like, I could never do this. Even with Google, everything that
That's
all
what I'm
the tools
saying.
I have with me
I
in
couldn't do it.
2025, I could not make this.
Mm-mm.
Not even a small. I couldn't even make a smaller version of it. Not the way it is. Look how straight those lines are.
I know.
And like, because it's one thing to do the math and know that you need to have like whatever angle to do it, but like to physically do it, like
Yeah.
they didn't have a protractor out there to get the angle right. They didn't have a ruler.
I know. They're going by the sun. No, I don't know.
Listen, maybe it was the aliens. Maybe that's really why people say aliens. It's just the easiest answer to explain. Like,
I feel like that's the case a lot of the time. It's like,
yeah, like there is no answer that we humanly know is possible. So if we can't think of it, obviously it's the aliens.
I don't know. Sometimes I just like, yeah, because people want to go to aliens so much for these ancient things, but I really sometimes I just believe that like ancient civilizations were so much more advanced than we even can imagine. That's why we go to aliens first.
Yeah.
But like in reality, they were just like, they just knew how to do this stuff.
So
like,
true.
I don't know.
Or hear me out on this theory. The aliens. Why'd I forget my theory immediately? Just the alien. That's it. Just hear me out. The aliens. Wait, no.
I mean.
Okay, no. I remember what I was gonna say.
What?
The aliens.
Yeah.
What if they were there helping them out? Right. They were friends. And then, the white men came. And then that's when they were like, oh, no, we are gone. Maybe they left us.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because I could see that. Personally. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. Aliens. You know what? They are just way smarter than us. Not the aliens. The Inca people.
Yeah.
The aliens are smarter than us too, I'm sure. But the Inca people, honey. And I know they were fit if they were out here making these lines. Crazy. Well, let me know y'all's, theories of who made the Inca lines. Yeah. Maybe there's one I didn't even cover. Because honestly, I could talk about these for like years and not be done. Because there are 13,000 of them. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot. But
okay.
Wild. 100% go check out our YouTube and our Instagram to see the pictures.
Yep.
Yes. But other than that, really, I just got a lot of questions, and that's really all I have for you is just more questions.
I know.
What about you, Savannah?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Same. I guess I'm just going to have to go home and ponder.
Yeah. It's a ponder.
Maybe the aliens will come tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me the answer. They're like, yeah, it was us. I'll let you know if they do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I suppose we will see you guys next week.
Cue the music.